Hi, I'm Nick and this is the TbT channel. Welcome to anybody who hasn't seen the channel before, these videos before, or me before. This video is the master video for the Weihrauch HW95, HW98 and the HW85. Now, this master video is because we are revamping the website. We're going to be putting video links up there, and I've got so many videos on the 95, 98, 85 on how to take it apart, tune it, put together. I didn't want to make the website a mess of links, so we're putting up this video as a brief synopsis, and there will be links in the description below for everything that you need to see in detail relating to these kits. So this is an overview, a master video for everything, with links for everything for the 95. If you are new, please like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. I'll put a link to our YouTube channel as well. You'll find an awful lot of shooting related content, some unshooting related, I'm not going to lie, but most of it, like 90% of it, is shooting related. So TbT, a TbT kit, what is it? 11 years ago this month, it is April 2025. 11 years ago this month, we started making tuning kits for air rifles. More specifically, I started making tuning kits for myself, and then other people asked me to make them for them, and it kind of snowballed from there. What a kit does, in essence, if you have an HW95, 98 or 85, which you probably do if you're watching this video, what you'll know is that when you fire it, it makes a bit of a rattly, twangy, boingy noise. Okay, and that is because your spring inside of there is just kind of doing that inside of the piston, and it's the sound of the end of the spring rattling off the piston that you're hearing. So very simply, what a TbT kit does, when you get your piston out, you'll see the latch rod through the center. So this goes down inside of the piston on the latch rod, the spring goes in, and then the rear guide goes in the back of the spring, so that when it's inside of the gun, it's running on these, which are running off the latch rod, not bouncing around off the inside of the piston. Okay, so that is what it does. It centralizes everything, makes everything more efficient, and it's just quieter because it's eliminating any metal to metal contact. So let's take a look at what is inside of the box. Now, the first thing you will find, it's at the bottom, but the first thing I want to mention that's inside the box is your instruction sheet. Okay, written instructions on how to fit it with a few tips and advice. We also have a series of instructional videos linked below, all in real time, not edited. You can watch me take your gun apart at the same time I do. I don't rush through it. It's there for you. Also, in the instructions on the box and all over the website and internet is an 0800 number. Ring that number and it comes through to me. Ring me while you've got the gun in front of you, and I can help you with any problems you have while it's in front of you. It's always better to ask the question rather than guessing and potentially getting something wrong. If it's at the weekend, in the evening, or you're in a different time zone, then please just email me and I will reply to your email, put a phone number, and there's a good chance I will do that as well. So the kits that we have available, there are 3. First of all, we have the Maxi kit, which is available in 2 different varieties. First of all, we have the UK Maxi kit, which includes a 31 coil spring, and we have the export kit, which has a 34 coil spring. The UK kit is designed to run at under 12 foot-pounds, the export kit over 12 foot-pounds. That doesn't mean this is going to run your gun at 11.9 foot-pounds, because nobody wants that. It will run it somewhere below 12. Now, usually fitting one of these kits without any added preload, I'll just show you here, also in the box, we have a TbT sticker. One of the very first things I added to the kits was a sticker, because people were so chuffed with the results they were getting from the kits, they wanted a sticker to tell their mates about it. So there's a sticker in there as well. But inside this little sachet, you will find 3 washers and a little bag of standard gun grease. And the way it works is the slip washer goes in first, and the top hat sits on top of there. And when a spring compresses or decompresses like that, it also twists each way. So this allows the spring to spin freely, so you don't get torsional recoil. So you have your spring, you have your rear guide. You need to pull the rear guide out of there, and you will find inside a flange with a step on one side and a recess in the other. Take your long guide, pass it through the flange like that, so that the collar on the guide sits in the recess of the flange like that. Then that goes into the rear of the spring. If you put your gun back together and it's at 10 foot-pounds, say you've got a 177, for example, every gun is different, but 177s are generally lower than 22s. If it's at 10 foot-pounds, now most people want their gun at 10.5 foot-pounds. That is the ideal power. So you want to raise it by 0.5 foot-pound. We have 2 of these preload washers in the pack. You take out your rear guide, put a preload washer onto the rear guide. It sits between the flange and the spring. Each one of those, on average, adds 0.5 foot-pound. Okay, so if it was 10 foot-pound before, it's likely to be 10.5 now, 11 if we add that one. If you want more than 12 foot-pounds, you use the export power spring. Although the export power spring is the most that will fit inside of the piston, if you try adding the preload washers to the full spring, you may find your gun doesn't cock because it's getting coil bound. So there we have it. That is the Maxi kit for sub 12 foot-pounds and the Maxi kit for over 12 foot-pounds. Over 12 foot-pounds, the 95, 98, 85 / it's again, it's a 15 foot-pound or 20 joule gun. If you try and get more out of it by overspringing it, you will just make the gun nasty to shoot. In my experience, putting the full power spring in without the preload and shooting it at whatever level that settles at, that's the gun's happy place. That's where it will shoot best. It could be 14 foot-pound, it could be 15 foot-pound. We just don't know. Every gun's different, but that will be its happy place. There we are. That's the Maxi kits. The other kit we offer is a Maxi Pro kit, which is everything you've already seen, plus a pot of our bum slide high molly paste. In the Maxi kit, it's an optional extra. In the Maxi Pro kit, it comes as standard. So you get a pot of our bum slide high molly paste, and you also get a short stroke extension. Now, a short stroke extension on an HW95, 98, 85. The reason we short stroke these in the UK is because the gun's designed to run at around 15 foot-pounds. To run at 12 foot-pounds, it has to run quite slowly. You have to use a smaller spring. That means the piston travels more slowly. That means the shot takes more time to happen. The gun, everything is moving inside of the gun for a longer period of time. That increases lock time and it increases hold sensitivity. By putting an extension, the standard in the 95 Maxi Pro is a 10mm extension. By putting that on the front of the piston, so you remove your piston seal, put this on in its place, then put the seal on the front, we are effectively changing the stroke, the movement of the piston, to the same as an HW50 or an HW99. Okay, so now you're pushing out less air, which means instead of being able to do 15 foot-pounds, it can now only do 12 or 13 foot-pounds, which is much closer to where we want to be running it. So the piston can now travel faster over a shorter distance, still get your full UK power, but with a lot less movement in the gun. Now, this is very noticeable in the 95 because it is known as being quite flippy, the barrel flip on it. This kind of kills that. So the guide set and our spring reduces kills the twang, gets rid of any noise and vibration. And the short stroke extension shortens the firing stroke, shortens the amount of time everything's moving for, and basically speeds everything up and makes it crisper. And that is it. Links to everything you need are in the description below. Please take a look at those. If you have any questions, please ask me. Please like, subscribe, hit notifications, watch all the other shooting and unshooting related content on the channel. I'm always here to answer questions. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.